they allowed Brandon to do, I guess you can draw back to Matt Monk.
Yeah.
They trusted him more and more as you guys went.
It's a process. Yeah. I don't think you can throw him out there in Mississippi State and tell him he's going to throw 30 passes. I don't think that was what was needed. And then you get into a game and the ebb and flow of a game, and you're having success running the football. Why get away from it? I thought he got a big conservative in the second half. It was some of those plays that you would like to see him try to go for chunks and home runs. He had a great throw on a post route that was called back. So I think it's progress there. The thing that I love about Brandon Harris now, as opposed to what LSU offense looked like last year, is they look more in sync. It looks like a more controlled tempo. Everybody knows what they're doing, and that leadership quality, I don't know if they believe in him more or it's just the way he's commanding the huddle, but those guys seem to be responding from one game sample, obviously.
Yeah, I watched it, and I thought he got off to a nice start. Of course, the penalties that had a couple big plays coming back. It really, the score, especially in the first half, could have been much more in favor of the Tigers. So I thought it was a great start based on what we saw from Brandon Harris a year ago. He looked like a much more comfortable passer, a more confident passer. He looked like he was more willing to take chances with the football. He looked like he was well versed in the offense with the decisions he was making at the line of scrimmage. So I thought it was really beneficial to have a start like that for him to build some confidence. I thought missing out in that season opener against McNeese was really unfortunate because he hadn't had the opportunity since Auburn last year to really get significant time. So I was a little worried about his confidence, but he went out there and performed, and it was an admirable performance, even though the stats wouldn't necessarily indicate a big day.
Well, speaking of Jeremy Johnson, he comes into his second year. He got some spot time last year and did very well. I don't know if we saw the same thing with Anthony Jennings last year or a couple of years ago. You come in, you get that part-time job, and it's kind of easy to come in, and then you come in the full-time, and it's a little bit more, I don't know, do you see more pressure on his shoulders? Or
I don't know. I don't know if he's pressing. I don't know if he's trying to live up to the build-up that we had going into the season. So it's a lot of different aspects when you're a starter. People are actually game planning for you. They know you a lot better. And it's an adjustment period. So hopefully for Jeremy, he can just settle everything down. And you would like to think that Gus Malzahn and Rhett Lashley will have a plan for him to not put him in situations where he doesn't thrive well. And because it's going to be an adverse situation tomorrow in Death Valley for him.